Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I'm Rowsell, and it's once again time to crash down to the last episode of Crash's favorites here on the channel. Let me just, there we go. Today is Christmas Eve, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow is Christmas Day. Pretty exciting. I'm really excited about that, actually. Christmas is... It's okay. We've discussed it over the last, 5 days here. We've talked about Christmas and all that stuff. Today is the last day of Crash's favorites. We are playing as my favorite, Chain Reaction from Imaginators. I know, everybody's favorite. He's also mine, okay? But we are playing as Chain Reaction. We're going to be playing my favorite level, which is the Mushroom River. I actually use this one all the time to get coins, or to get treasure, to get the Skylanders leveled up. All my Imaginators, all of them are actually fully leveled up, maxed out, which is pretty cool. We're going to be playing that one today, and we're going to be discussing a couple things I used to do when growing up, when I used to have Christmas back home. Not a lot of traditions, just some cool things that we used to do around town, especially with a small town. My town had maybe around 500 people. I need to sneeze again. I'm really sorry. We'll let them talk. Woo! Bless me again. Just let me grab another tissue. Crash, are you getting sick?
What's up?
Better not.
No. Yeah, I've been doing a little recon here, Spyro. This place is teeming with that newfangled Imaginite.
Its
Christmas
rivers are
tree.
also teeming with toxins. They're poisonous to the touch.
So I guess teaming is the word of the day or something?
Let's just find as many creation items as we can and stay out of that normal-looking yet totally poisonous water.
I also got word that old Chaos himself may be nearby, looking for Imaginite, same as us, but being a lot more evil about it.
Well, I'm teeming with anticipation. Let's go, team! See what I did there?
Spyro's a nerd.
Okay.
Spyro's a big nerd. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on with the Mushroom Hollow here. So yeah, so the big thing is, I'm playing as Chain Reaction. He is my favorite. I know, Chain Reaction is severely overrated. Everybody loves him. Why? It's because he's good. That's the number one thing. Chain Reaction is a very good Skylander. I love the fact that when you do a simple swing with his chain blades, his chainsaw blades, you get like a ton of damage with it. It's fantastic. You also have this wicked move. I love this move so much. I just killed him without even having to do anything. Now I'll put down another one. He's dead. And he's dead. I didn't have to move. Genius.
Oh, man, that Earl Stealth Valve already talked to you about it, but do not drink this water. I had some. Now I don't feel so good.
Lava Murphy Ruptor!
Anyway, I am a professional and here to escort you down the river. Just don't rock the boat too much, okay?
So yeah, let me know your favorite level and your favorite Imaginator, Sensei, or villain, or both. Just tell me, or your favorite variant, or all of that. Today we're going to talk about just little things from growing up. So if you guys didn't know, I am not young anymore. Again, not as old as Jeff, 28. But he's so easy to roast, and he doesn't even care. Like, he's probably sitting there right now being just like... I should get my glasses because I can't see anything. That's probably what he's saying. I can't see anything either without my glasses, so yeah. Eruptor keeps talking, but I'm going to talk over him. So, when I was younger, one of the biggest, coolest things we would do, especially on Christmas Eve, would be do this thing called the Christmas tree. So what we would do is we'd... literally what parents would do is they take some gifts that they have, like some other gifts wrapped up. Sometimes your aunts and uncles might do stuff. Maybe, I think my grandmother and my grandpa used to put like odds and over there. Used like a box of chocolate stuff. So you go over there, they put your name on it, and what they do is they'd have a Santa, someone dressed up as Santa, someone in the town, usually someone who has a lot of energy. They dress up as Santa, and they'd go around and deliver the gifts. They'd have some helpers too. There was a couple other ladies that would go around with the gifts, and like they'd have like 5 or 6 go around and give them out, like the smaller ones. Mostly the bigger comedy ones they'd give out. Looking back at it now, my parents used to record some of them, and there was a lot of inappropriate gifts given away. Some lingerie, some fake male phallic imageries. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's my edgy side of me, so YouTube doesn't delete my channel. Just saying. Let's see what we got. And I've unlocked everything. That was a reference to tomorrow's video. Hilariously, tomorrow's want to make a Skylander. So, of course, what we do is we get together, like a bunch of, I'd sit with my friends and stuff. We get some, we just get some cool gifts. We get some early Christmas presents, you know. And the guy would go around and deliver them. I think one of my favorite ones, looking back on the videos, was there was a guy in town. He got a bald comb, bald, B-A-L-D. You didn't hear anything else, unless YouTube did, and they don't, and they actually want to keep my channel going for it. Anyways. So what it was basically it was a regular comb and all the bristles were gone. And he got it, and since he's bald, he just, you know, combed his hair with this bald comb, and it was really funny. I remember, was it that Christmas? I think it was that Christmas I got CTR at the Christmas tree, and I went home that night and played it non-stop. I played it for like 3 hours, and my parents were like, you gotta go to get ready for Christmas. Like you gotta. They're like Christmas tomorrow, Santa's coming, you gotta go to sleep. And I'm like, but I want to play CTR. And hilariously, future me did that exact same thing this year. So parents, you can't stop me now. Ha 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 ha. So that was one cool tradition I really liked doing, was that going to the Christmas tree and stuff. I'm actually not sure if they do it anymore. I think the last time they did, my mother said, she was like, there wasn't barely anyone there. And in my heart, that kind of broke. It broke because, like, unfortunately, my town is getting smaller. Like, my town had 500 people. We maybe have 300 now, my hometown. So, like, seeing all those traditions disappear, it's kind of sad. So, I mean, I'd love to be able to go home, and if they have that, I would love to be able to go out to do that. I'm not really social. We'll do the gong battle. We got some time. So, I mean, I'm not really social, but I would just like to go to that just for a throwback. And I mean, Christmas is not going to be the same back home anyways. I mean, my nan isn't there anymore, so all I have is my parents and my aunts and my uncles. Maybe my cousins will come out, but like that's it. And I've never been that kind of big social anyways, you know. So like it's one of those things where like the last time I was home, it was just kind of like just a random little spot basically. I just had some time to go home, and that's why I did it. But like all the traditions are disappearing. The biggest thing was. My sister even said it. We did it this year because unfortunately we wouldn't be able to do it this year. Last time we were over at the house we had this big dinner when my parents were in town at my sister's place, and she brought in chips and dip because unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that because it was a thing that we used to do with my nans. Both of my sisters said it wasn't Christmas until we went over to our grandparents and had chip and dip. And just basically, you know, your regular Ruffles chips and your Philadelphia dip. Like, that's it. It was nothing special. It wasn't a homemade dip or anything, but it wasn't Christmas till we did that. So, like, we'd open our gifts Christmas morning, and then we'd go over there, right? The other big tradition is my parents loved filming Christmas morning. So what they would do is, the earlier years, my dad or my mom, whoever it was, because my dad did work Christmas sometimes, because he used to work 28 days on, 28 days off. Luckily, he's actually retiring next year, so pretty excited about that. Wild to think, though, my dad's actually retiring next year. But yeah, I've unlocked everything. They used to actually hold the camera. Then one year they finally invested in buying a tripod, which is hilarious to think about that my parents never had a tripod for years, and I've had a broken one for the last 5. Actually, no, it's been longer than 5. Jeez, what am I talking about? So it's funny that they never had a tripod. Then they did invest it, so they'd set up the tripod, and then we'd all just sit down. Usually what we do is they'd let the kids open up the gifts first, and then they'd open up their gifts. And it was funny because afterwards, like, we go over to our grandparents and we come home that night and watch the video back. Because, hilariously, I just realized I'm just talking over Eruptor. I'm so sorry, buddy.
It means putting something heavy onto this pulley I'm standing on. Heavier than me, apparently.
So yeah, after we come back from our grandparents' house, we'd sit around and we'd watch the video. And the funny thing is that, like, you wouldn't think about it, but during the time of when we're recording it and stuff, we're just being our normal selves. We forget that the camera's there, so we say and do the dumbest things. There's so much stuff on there that, like, we say the funniest things. There's one point my sister was living in Ontario, and she happened to get the 4 of us plane tickets to Ontario. Probably not though. So she gave us that, and my dad was trying to open it, and he looks around, he's just like, I can't open this without a knife. He's just like, where's the knife? Where's the knife? And hilariously, the other three of us were sitting there trying to open a gift, so we weren't paying attention to Dan. So my dad's just like, "Where's the knife? Where's the knife?" And no one's helping him. Hilariously, a little while later, we open it up, and my sister and my mom are freaking out. And my sister's like, "I told you! I told you!" And Dan's like, "What?" And my mom's like, "Oh my God, you didn't do that!" And Dan's like, "What?" And I'm just like, "I can't find mine because I didn't have mine open." And then hilariously, I opened mine, and they were inside this bulb. There was a ticket inside. It was filled with snow, so I dumped the snow out. Literally 2 seconds after, Dan goes, "Crash!" Well, not Crash, obviously, but like oh, I missed one. I wasn't paying attention. Got it, don't worry. There we go. So, and he tells me like to stop, and hilariously, he's just in the video, he's just standing up. All you see is just his lower half just standing there in the middle of the camera frame. And it's so funny because like when that happened, of course we wouldn't have noticed that, but then once we watched it back, we got a big kick out of it. And there's so many ones like watching my sister run around the house to find a gift that my parents hid somewhere. Rude.
You can keep your precious Imaginite, but it will hardly do you any good when I summon...
Ooh.
Doomlander. Brawler class. Unleash the monkeys!
So, the other cool thing my parents used to do as a tradition, they did two different things. So, what they did was they would do one where you'd basically go on a scavenger hunt around the house. You'd open up this box, and in the box would be a piece of paper saying your gift is in this spot. So you'd have to go around the house and find it, then bring it out. They did it with my sister once with a pair of weights. They did it once with a body pillow for myself. I had to go around the house and find it. Another thing they would do is one of my favorite ones is we got my dad a toolbox for Christmas, and a toolbox is a very large item. And it was very heavy, and it was very awkward. So obviously we could not bring that one into the house and wrap it up because we had to move it up some stairs. It was very heavy and very awkward. So we would not be able to do that. So what my mom decided to do was put basically the picture of it from the flyer in a box and give it to him. And she said, "No, I can't just do that." It was this little tiny like jewelry box that she had it in. So what she did was she put it inside a box, inside of another box, inside of another box, inside of another box. So he basically kept opening up these boxes over and over again until he got this one box, opened up, piece of paper saying, "This is your gift, it's out in the shed." They used to do that for birthdays too. My mother got me a DVD of a wrestler, Rob Van Dam. She gave me basically just a DVD. And it was in this huge box, and when I opened it up, it was full of rocks and juice packages. So it felt super heavy, but it was just a DVD. So she was very common for doing that. So of course, one year we got them back. Literally, so what I did one year was my sister was what came down with me, and what we did was I didn't have any gifts for my parents, so I asked if I could team up with her. So I'm like, why don't we like get them back, you know? So what I did was I basically put I put a piece of paper inside a box, inside a box, inside a bag, inside a box, inside a bag, and over and over and over again, back and forth, right? So then they open it up all the way.
You are so annoying, Skylander.
Yeah, I am very annoying.
Never tell you that?
So yeah, so she opened it. So my mom opened up, my dad opened up, getting a big kick out of it. And they opened up, and they're just like, "It's not over yet. Your gift is behind the guinea pig cage." So I had a guinea pig at the time, so they went into the room. Mom took it out. It was another piece of paper. You hear her laugh. She comes out and goes, "Just kidding. Courtney had your gift." So then I sent them that whole adventure just to be like, "Your gift is from Courtney," and I'm just sitting there, just like,
Only a little.
because we got our revenge, basically.
Much more later.
I actually did it with a friend of mine last year too. It was a bag inside a bag, and when she opened it up, we literally sent her on a chase all around the house. Ended up giving her an avocado.
I'm not sure where Chaos is headed next, but he can't be far.
It was a vine. An avocado! Thanks! If you haven't seen that vine.
For you guys, I think I need to go back to the academy and rest my tummy some more. Level complete.
Alright, that was a great episode. I didn't talk about anything that was Skylander related in this episode. That's the worst thing about me, is I always go off topic, but this one made sense. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas Eve, and we were literally talking about stuff we do at Christmas Eve. So, yeah, so that is, oh, we're not going to watch this cutscene. Sorry, I'm actually going to skip this. There's no point. I'm going to try to skip it, that is. Because right now this continues on the story, and there's no point to do it on the story. I don't understand it either, Chaos. I'm trying to skip this right now, buddy. I'm really sorry. But yeah, so that's going to do it for this little set of Crash's favorites. So we still have 2 more videos for Crashmas, which we'll discuss now in a moment once I can skip this. Why is this taking so long? Of course, the one time I don't want it to. There we go. So we do have 2 more Crash's videos. Tomorrow on Christmas Day, you are getting, do you want to make a Skylander, the new version, and you're getting the every ranked one on Boxing Day. So look forward to both of those. So yes, in the comments below, as always, let me know your favorite Imaginator, Sensei, or Villain, your favorite level, like your dream. Like, if you could play a level right now with any Skylander from Imaginators, what would it be, basically, and who would it be? So let me know that in the comments. Let me know some funny things your parents might do for Christmas, or something that you guys always do, like for Christmas gifts. Like, do you do the box in the box in the box thing, or do you do a scavenger hunt around there, or do you just go to your grandparents' house and have chip and dip like I do? It's cool little traditions like that. Let me know in the comments below. I love hearing it. I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas morning tomorrow. If you don't come out of the way, go out of your way to watch the video tomorrow, that is perfectly fine. I fully understand, because you're with your family, and I would love to be with my family at that time. So thank you all so much for all the love and support. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas season. But as always, I bid you farewell.